There are people who not only enter a room, they change everything around. The atmosphere transforms, the air feels thicker, and attention naturally turns toward them. It's not effort, it's not showmanship, it's energy. A silent but powerful vibration, and not everyone carries it. Only the chosen ones have this gift. Have you ever felt that your presence speaks before your voice even does? As if something in you is perceived by people, even without them understanding why. This something is what separates the ordinary from the chosen. It's the type of energy that cannot be learned. It is felt. It is something you are born with. The chosen do not need to exert effort to draw attention. The world simply reacts to their presence. Whether with admiration, respect, or even discomfort, they provoke something deep in people. And this happens because there is a truth vibrating in those who are called to awaken consciousness. And you may be one of them. For a long time, you may have felt out of place, outside the group, outside the norm. But what if that feeling is the greatest sign that you have a different mission? What if the world tried to shape you because deep down, it sensed your power, even before you realized it? In this video, you will discover 7 clear signs that you carry a rare energy. An energy that transforms environments, disturbs masks, and reveals truths. If you identify with this, you will realize you have never been alone. There are others like you, and your role here is greater than you imagine. Now, before we continue, I want to make you an invitation. Follow the channel so you don't miss any content made especially for those who feel they don't belong here. This is your place of reunion, of truth, of purpose, of awakening. You have been chosen, and it's time to embrace who you are. Some people have a gaze that penetrates. I'm not talking about something scary or aggressive, but about a type of presence that manifests through the eyes. It's as if every time they look at someone, they see beyond what is being shown. The chosen carry this gaze, and those who cross paths with it feel. The gaze of the chosen is firm but not imposing. It is silent, but says a lot. It does not need to be accompanied by words because it already carries what matters. An inner truth that cannot be faked. And for this reason, it can cause discomfort in those who live hidden behind masks. Many times you may have heard that your gaze was too intense or that you always seem to be observing everything. It's not an exaggeration. Those with an awakened soul see what others ignore. And this, for some people, can be quite unsettling. They don't know how to deal with the sincerity that emanates from you. Perhaps you have never understood why some people avoid looking you in the eyes, or why they feel nervous around you. This happens because, unknowingly, you touch something deep within them. Your gaze reveals what has been hidden, and not everyone is ready to be seen that way. It's not about judgment. The chosen do not judge. They simply see, they feel, they perceive. And that is already enough to provoke a change in the other. It's as if your gaze is a mirror. Those in front of you end up seeing themselves more clearly. Sometimes, for the first time. This type of energy cannot be created. It cannot be forced. It simply happens when you are aligned with who you truly are. When you don't need to prove anything to anyone. When you live with your feet in the present and your eyes open to what truly matters. And that is what your gaze conveys. If you recognize yourself in this, know that there is a reason. You are not exaggerated or strange. You were simply made to see. And not everyone is ready to be seen with such depth. But those who are will feel at home with you. Because they will see truth where there was once only superficiality. There is beauty in carrying this gaze, even if at times it feels like a weight, even if you wish at certain moments to not feel so much. The truth is that this intensity is a gift. a tool for transformation. And the world needs it. It needs eyes that see beyond appearances. Continue looking this way, with soul, with presence, with courage, even when it makes others uncomfortable, even when it seems lonely. Because each time your gaze meets someone who also sees, something awakens. And that is the true work of the chosen, to awaken, without needing to say a word. Your eyes speak for you. Let them continue telling your truth, even when the world asks for silence. Because those who are born to illuminate disturb even with their eyes closed. Not every voice needs to be loud to be heard. The chosen know this. There is a silent strength in those who speak with truth. The voice is not just sound. It is presence. It is soul transmitted in words. And when this voice appears, people feel it. It's not about volume. It's about vibration. Have you noticed that when you speak, people pay attention? Even when you say something simple, it seems to carry a different weight. Your voice has roots. It originates from a deep place, from someone who has lived, felt, and learned. And this cannot be taught. It is revealed, and the world perceives when it is real. The voice of a chosen one does not please everyone, and it shouldn't. It provokes, questions, awakens. Sometimes, unintentionally, you may break the rhythm of a superficial conversation just by saying something true. Your presence in speech discomforts those who prefer the comfort of lies. And this is part of your mission. Maybe during your life, you have tried to silence yourself, to diminish yourself, to adapt, because you noticed that your voice affected others too much. But the more you try to hide this strength, the more it pulses within you, because it was not born for silence. It was born to guide, alert, and liberate. And I am not just talking about spoken voice. I'm talking about the way you position yourself, the firmness with which you hold your truths, the calm with which you express what you feel. Even if there is fear inside, your external vibration conveys confidence, because you speak with your heart aligned to your essence. That is why some people feel safe with you. When you speak, they relax, they trust. They feel they can be who they are, without masks. Because your voice does not judge. It welcomes and awakens. It shows paths, even without promising answers. It touches where common words cannot reach. If you feel that your voice carries something different, do not doubt it. You were chosen to speak with meaning, to touch with words, to break down walls with truths, even when it seems difficult, even when the world seems not to listen. Keep speaking, because there is always someone who needs exactly what you have to say. The voice of the chosen is a bridge. It connects worlds. It awakens those who are asleep. And even if some try to silence you, your frequency will continue to echo, because it comes from a place that cannot be silenced. It comes from your mission. Speak, with sweetness or firmness, but speak, because when you fall silent, the world loses a bit of the healing that only you can bring. You were chosen to be a voice, and that in itself is already an act of courage. There is something different about the way the chosen move. It's not a rush, it's not agitation, it's not that common hurry of those who always seem to be late for something. They walk with presence, with purpose, as if they know, even without knowing, exactly where they need to be. It's a type of step that doesn't ask for permission, but it doesn't trample either. It arrives. It is felt. It doesn't draw attention with noise, but with silent firmness. Those who observe may even think it is calm, but in fact, it is awareness. It is knowing that you don't need to rush when you are on the right path. The chosen carry this rhythm. They do not rush to please, nor do they delay out of fear. They know that each step has a proper time to happen. And because of this, their movements have presence. There is a curious peace in the way they arrive, as if the environment is waiting for them. Perhaps you have never understood why, even without saying anything, people notice you when you enter a place. It is because your energy does not come from the external. It comes from what sustains you inside. Your body moves, but it is your essence that guides the movement. Many confuse this with arrogance. They think you consider yourself better, more important. But that's not it. What you carry is lightness. It is a connection with something greater. You do not walk to impress. You walk because you are on a journey. And those who are on a soul journey do not have time to prove anything. If you have ever been called strange, distant, or introspective, it may simply be the way your energy manifests in the world. Your silence speaks, your step communicates, and where you tread, something changes. People may not understand, but they feel it. And that feeling is often enough. There are places that seem to adjust when you arrive. Chaos slows down. Voices organize themselves. Tensions decrease, not because you try to control, but because you carry a type of balance that is contagious. Your own inner harmony influences the external environment. This is one of the gifts of the chosen. Walking with purpose is not about knowing exactly where to go. It's about trusting. It's feeling that, even on cloudy days, a direction is being traced. You may not even see the destination, but you feel that you need to continue. Because there is something inside you that doesn't let you stop. The chosen live by this internal listening. They do not follow the noise of the world. They follow the sound of the soul. And this makes them different. While many walk lost trying to find themselves, the chosen walk whole, even when the path is unknown, because they carry the compass within them. If you identify with this calmness in your walk, with this firmness without rush, it is because you have already understood that you did not come to compete. You came to fulfill. And fulfilling a mission requires presence. One step at a time, but with truth in each of them. Keep walking at your own pace, even if they try to rush your time, even if they say you are too slow. Do not lose yourself trying to keep up with the despair of others. Your journey has a different rhythm, and those who are chosen know that each step has a reason, even if only the heart understands. Not everyone will react positively to your presence. And that does not mean there is something wrong with you. Quite the opposite. When you are chosen, your energy does not go unnoticed. It touches, stirs, provokes. And not everyone is ready to deal with that. You may enter a room and without saying anything, someone already feels uncomfortable. There was no speech, no gesture, just your presence. This happens because your energy reveals what is hidden. Your light illuminates parts that many still try to keep in the shadows, and this causes unexpected reactions. Some people approach as if they are drawn to something they cannot even explain. They feel peace, security, confidence, as if you carry a silent answer to something they have not yet been able to articulate. With you, they feel seen, and sometimes that is all they needed. Others, however, react with resistance. They may treat you with indifference, irony, or even aggression. Not because of who you are, but because of what you represent. Your authenticity provokes discomfort in those who live by appearances. Your truth challenges those who are still fleeing their own essence. Do not take this personally. The energy you carry is a mirror. It reflects. And each person sees in the reflection what is within themselves. Those who are at peace will feel connection. Those who are in conflict will feel threatened. And this has nothing to do with guilt. It has to do with awareness. Perhaps you have wondered why you attract such opposing reactions. Why some people love you right away, while others reject you for no reason. The answer lies in the vibration. You are not neutral. You vibrate high, and those who vibrate high move what is stagnant. The chosen have this effect. They awaken unintentionally, sometimes just with a look, with a gesture, with a silent presence. They break the illusion without needing to say a word, and because of that, they are remembered, even after they leave. Their energy leaves marks. It is common for you to be misinterpreted, for people to say you are too intense, too serious, or even cold. But what many do not understand is that you just chose not to pretend. Your energy does not align with social games or shallow conversations. You prefer the real, and that frightens people. The good news is that the sincere recognize you. The awakened embrace you. Those who also carry a mission feel relief when they cross paths with you, because they understand they are not alone. And this recognition is silent but strong. It is as if souls greet each other without needing words. If you have experienced these intense reactions, know that you are on the right path. You are activating something in people. You are stirring what needs to be seen. And even when this causes distance, know that there is a greater purpose behind it. Nothing you awaken is in vain. Continue being yourself, even if it bothers others, even if it provokes. Because being chosen is not about pleasing. It is about awakening what is asleep in the world. And only with courage can this role be fulfilled. Your energy did not come to hide. It came to transform. Some say it's luck. Others call it coincidence. But those who are chosen know something more is happening. The right opportunities arise at exact moments. People appear with words, paths open, and solutions emerge when everything seems stuck. It's as if the universe conspires, and indeed it does. You may not notice right away, but there is something in your energy that attracts. It's not magic, it's resonance. What you emit comes back. And when your vibration is aligned with your essence, the world begins to respond. Not in the easiest way, but in the most certain way. This doesn't mean that life is without difficulties. On the contrary, the chosen often face many challenges. But even amidst chaos, there is always an escape, an unexpected support, an invitation that changes everything. A turn that seemed improbable. And all of this happens because you are on a mission. Those who carry a mission receive support. Not an obvious, automatic support, but signs, encounters, and doors that only open when you trust. This trust is what keeps the chosen moving, even when they cannot see the end of the path. Perhaps you have lived through situations where everything seemed lost, but something suddenly changed. A call, a message, a random conversation. That's how it works. The universe responds when you are connected to who you really are. And this connection puts you where you need to be. Many people do not understand how you get lucky. But if they saw how much you have walked in the dark, they would understand that it wasn't luck. It was faith. Faith to carry on. Faith to follow even without guarantees. Faith to be yourself, even when it seems harder. The chosen do not live by ready-made formulas. They follow intuitions. They feel when it's time to act. They feel when they need to wait. And even when nothing makes sense, they keep going, because they know deep down that something is taking care of everything. Something that goes beyond logic. Have you noticed that people come to you at the right moments? That random conversations change your perspective on something important? That projects appear when you least expect them, but need them the most? This is alignment. Your energy speaks, and the world listens. Do not ignore these signs. They are the way life shows you that you are in the right flow. The more true you are to yourself, the more the universe responds. And the more you align with your purpose, the clearer the path becomes. This doesn't mean it will always be easy, but it does mean you are not alone. Even on the hardest days, something is being prepared. Opportunities that you can't even imagine are already on their way. You just need to keep your heart open and your vibration clean. Believe. It's not a coincidence. It's recognition. Your energy is being noticed. And because of that, paths open. People come closer. Invisible doors unlock. Because when you decide to be who you were born to be, the universe gives you what you need to continue. Keep trusting. Keep being yourself. Because the right opportunities always find those who carry the truth. And the chosen live like this, attracting what is on the same frequency as their mission. From an early age, many chosen ones carry a feeling that is difficult to explain. The feeling of not belonging. It's as if you are always out of place, even when present. You could be with family, in circles of friends, or at work, but something inside you says you don't completely fit in there. You try to adjust, try to speak like others, think like them, but deep down, you feel that there is a distance. It's not superiority, it's a difference in frequency. While many are concerned with appearance, status, or approval, you feel the urge to dig deeper, and this isolates you, even when you are surrounded. Perhaps you have thought, is there something wrong with me? There isn't. What you feel is real, and it has a name. It is one of the clearest signs that you carry a different mission, and to fulfill something unique, you couldn't be like everyone else. The chosen often come into the world with a sense of being out of place, precisely because they were born to create a new path. They do not go with the flow of the crowd. They question, observe, and perceive what others ignore. And that's why, from a young age, they feel as if they are from another place. This feeling can hurt. It can make you want to hide or mold yourself to be accepted. But the truth is that this discomfort is a compass. It shows you that your soul came with a different type of code, one that was not made to fit into ready-made formulas. It's common for you to have difficulty maintaining superficial conversations, to feel tired in very noisy environments, to prefer silence, depth, what makes true sense. And it is precisely in this type of space that you thrive, because it is where you can be yourself without masks. You are not alone in this feeling. Many who carry this same energy also feel this way. And when they meet, the recognition is immediate. It doesn't need many words. It's as if the souls embrace silently, as if to say, I thought it was just me too. The pain of not belonging is real, but it did not come to hurt you. It came to remind you not to lose yourself, not to forget who you are, not to mold yourself to please. Because your mission can only be fulfilled if you have the courage to be whole. If you feel that you do not belong today, it may be because you were called to create a new place, a space where truth can breathe, where others like you can also meet. You were chosen to open paths, and only those who walk differently can do that. You don't need to say anything. Just by being present, something changes. And for some people, this is uncomfortable. Your energy carries a light that illuminates what many try to hide, and not everyone is prepared to be seen in such a true way. Those who live by appearances feel your presence as a threat, not because you attack them, but because your authenticity shows the contrast. You do not pretend. You do not try to please. You do not wear characters to fit in. And just that is already a challenge for those who base their lives on external approval. Perhaps you have never understood why certain people distance themselves from you for no reason, or why they invent stories, create conflicts, or treat you coldly. Often it is just a reaction to the truth you carry, a truth that even in silence shows what is out of place. But it is also this same energy that attracts the sincere. Those who seek clarity, those who are tired of masks. With you they feel free. because they feel they do not need to pretend. And this is one of the greatest gifts that a chosen one can offer to the world: space for truth to thrive. Your truth is what the world needs the most. If you identified with these signs, know this: it's not by chance. You carry a rare energy that transforms, that touches, that reveals. Being chosen is not about being perfect. It's about being true. It's about walking with purpose, even when no one understands your path. Your presence has an impact. Your gaze speaks. Your voice awakens. Your way of walking calms. And even when the world reacts with discomfort, this only confirms how different your energy is. You are not here to fit in. You are here to remind others who they are. Stay strong, even when it seems lonely. There are others like you, scattered around, awakening in silence, recognizing each other by their energy. When you cross paths, it is impossible not to feel. If this message touched you in some way, leave a comment down below. I want to know which of the signs resonated with you the most. Your experience may help someone else recognize themselves too. You were chosen, and your awakening could be the beginning of the transformation for many.